Hey, Jeremiah Demmer here. I'm here with my good friend Jacklyn. She's a little nervous to be on camera, but as you can see with this amazing backdrop, it's going to be all good. So Jacklyn is actually one of the top sales reps at White Glove Workshops, and I thought I'd ask her, how is she doing it? Because she's using a lot of techniques that we teach at Advisorist, and she's a wonderful person. Plus, she's grown her entire business just using one of the primary techniques specifically on LinkedIn. So, thanks for doing this video.
You're welcome.
All right, so you're one of the top reps at White Glove Workshops, and your target is financial advisors who want to grow their business through seminars, right? So tell us a little bit about how you got started prospecting.
I would say I use a lot of LinkedIn, just going to conferences, meeting different people through broker dealers, building those relationships with them. But I mean, getting on LinkedIn and just, I hear one name and I'm like, what company do they work for? How many employees do they have? Adding all those employees and just, doing as much networking as I possibly can through LinkedIn, conferences, going to visit them. I would say it's mostly just face-to-face. When you meet someone face-to-face, even if it's just for a few minutes, it's, you have such a good relationship with them even after a few minutes than just talking to someone on a phone too.
Yeah. So you said something interesting there. I want to make sure that you capture is when you found somebody who worked in, let's say, a large organization, right? Like there's multiple advisors in there. You connected with one, but then the next step you did, like step one is connect with the person, right?
Right.
Step two would be to connect with the other employees or people that you're targeting inside that group.
Right.
Why do you think that's so?
Well, you'll have a connection with one person. You'll be like, what company do they work for? Let's check into it. Are they working for a broker dealer, an FMO, an IMO? How many employees do they have? You'll go onto LinkedIn, find their actual business, see how many employees they are, and then I just connect with all of them. So there could be 2,000 employees. I'll connect with all of them, send them a personal invite, let them know a little bit about White Glove and a video about us, and that definitely helps too.
So with that, you've been doing that for how long now?
Well, I've been with White Glove for about 2.5 years, and I really picked up with LinkedIn, I would say, very early on.
Yeah. And so you've told me in the past too, why is it important for you to like post stuff on LinkedIn and share now that you have all these connections?
I mean, just getting your name out there, and I've noticed also when you're posting like a picture of you at a conference, where it's more personal, where it's just a picture about you instead of, just a quote or something about what White Glove does, but having an actual picture of you, I actually get the most views of any other post that I've gotten.
Right, so instead of like a fancy, well graphic designed piece,
right,
it's like, selfie, here I am, here's what we're doing.
Selfie, maybe add a filter. But
nice IG filter in there, then put it up.
Right.
Okay, great. If somebody's just getting started and they're kind of, new to LinkedIn, what would be a tip you might give them?
I would say, like, when I'm out networking with people, I'll just hear a name, like, even if I'm not really talking to someone, I'd hear a name and I'm like, who is that? And I hear kind of what they're doing. I'll, like, mentally write it down, put it in my phone, search them on LinkedIn, find out what company they work with, how many connections do I have, and next thing you know, I have 1,000 new connections with somebody that I just overheard a conversation. So.
Oh, I'll call that the stealth LinkedIn strategy, right? Like connecting with someone because you overheard. And you could even put that in the invite. Hey, I heard your name mentioned at this conference, and I want to connect with you.
Right.
Wow, that's a great tip. That's a great
even
tip.
just, when you're in a hurry and someone tells you something, they don't have enough time to give you, they don't have a business card, they don't have enough time to tell you everything. Well, what is your LinkedIn? What is this? And I'll just screenshot it, and then I know later on I'll check into it.
That's awesome. Can you tell us a quick story of a great relationship or a business contact or something that happened as a result of that?
I would say just meeting an advisor that told me that they were with an FMO that I've never heard of, researching that FMO, being connected. Sometimes you just never know. Like, you can connect with 1,000 people and nothing really happens, and then you connect with 10 and something huge can happen that, introduces you to a lot of other different broker dealers and FMOs, and so you just never know. So you might as well connect with them, send them a quick message, and I try to do the approach of not being too annoying and sending too many messages, too long of messages. I think the best thing that works is a very short message. And if they're interested, they'll respond to that, and then you can carry on the conversation.
So you mean after you connect, instead of sending them a big paragraph in a brochure, short message?
Right.
What do you say?
I just say something like, I'll sometimes even send like a short 10-minute video. This is what White Glove does. I would love to set up a call with you. And some people are like skeptical of setting up a call. So I can send them a video where it kind of explains what we do and they can watch it on their own time too.
Awesome, awesome. Well, hey, you're doing a great job, girl. Keep it
Yeah.
up. And by the way, if you're on LinkedIn, check out my girl.
Jacklyn Vargo.
Jacklyn Vargo,
Right here.
White Glove Workshops. She rocks.
Bye.
Thanks. See ya.